but you can't take part. You can't even passively take part. And you've got to put your bodies upon the gears and upon the wheels, upon the levers, upon all the apparatus, and you've got to make it stop. And you've got to indicate to the people who run it, to the people who own it, that unless you're free, the machine will be prevented from working at all.
That last one from Phil B, Dua Lipa, on the instrumental. I think there's something as well. Yeah. It's called Pop Up the Riches by Simmons.
This ain't place. How low can you go? Chocolate game, but yet you don't know. Static on the way, make a song say roll. The people up top push the people down low. Get down and obey every word. Get mine if you haven't yet heard. Wanna take what I got? Don't be absurd. Don't fight the power. Nobody gets hurt. If you haven't heard that, then I'm letting you know there ain't hurt. We don't run when the guns unload. And no one make a move unless my people say so. Got everything out of control. Now everybody go.
Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. I wanna fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. I want to fly like an eagle till I'm free. I know through the revolution.
Happy New Year. We're back. We're back once again. We are Dice Dice Baby, still playing this crazy little thing called D&D. And where we left off last time, the very intense battle against Elizabeth Durst had just concluded. There was removing the threats that were left over from the last time they encountered it, which was a really buff Yuan-Ti, Kukul Khan, and a very large irritating egg. Who once Kukul Khan and the other Chad Yuan-Tis were taken care of, they fused into a very large Yuan-Ti with 5 heads called a Yuan-Ti anathema. And having being restrained by this creature, there was a sudden twist of fate when the snake deity the party had interacted with had convinced Elizabeth Durst to take more power, and as a callback to the condition that afflicted Kaitan, she was stupefied for a time, enough time for the party to figure out how they would take this creature on with some very cool anime-inspired combinations of abilities and powers, and with an excess of dream magic lingering in the air. They were able to finally best this foe. And in also, as promised, the party allowed Herrig to complete his ritual, which he had mentioned was to reclaim stolen knowledge, lost knowledge, which Elizabeth Durst had taken away from them. And with that being done, Faye had the honours of finishing Elizabeth Durst by ripping her heart through her stomach. The quickest way to a woman's heart is through her stomach, as is known. And on eating the organ, had a bit of an introspective moment with Elizabeth Durst, which turned into a final retaliation attack, where having identified Lethe as being sort of one of Faye's closest companions, tried to finish her off, just despite Faye. But very quick reactions. Raja managed to push Faye out of the way. Not Faye, sorry, Lethe out of the way, at the cost of having his right arm devoured by the snake, who was then summarily finished off. And that's kind of where we left things. Vienna had some very interesting words to share with Elizabeth Durst, right up until the very end. But
no one else.
Yep, just her, no one else. But now we pick things up where we left off. The group being in a cave with a now very dead Elizabeth Durst, a one-armed Raja, and wondering what to do next. So, that being said, do you want to do next?
Alrighty, guys. The name of the game, that's an hour song.
Yep.
We passed it. We passed it. Find your way out of here.
Before we jump on, though, we will note that the show is pre-recorded, just so we can edit it, because I can't do 5 things at once.
Yeah, Shane. Just pick up your game, man. Yeah.
I want to play the game. Edit later.
Before we leave, Lethe's going to make her way to Elizabeth Durst and Yen, and just kind of, she's not even going to look at Yen, she's going to pry open Durst's mouth, and she's going to look for fangs. Does she have any?
Yeah, there are some. There are some, not as long as you would expect in a snake. There's definitely, what do they call them, canines, which are quite pronounced, which you could classify as fangs. Yep.
Cool. So she's just going to yank one of her teeth out.
Could I get you to make a survival check, please?
I think I'm weird.
I mean, this doesn't change. This doesn't change.
I have advantage.
Is she carrying like any weapons or paper or books or what's got pockets?
Oh
of
yeah,
any sort?
do a search. Do a search. Investigation.
Oh, why do I always fucking do this? My investigation sucks. My perception is great.
Can you go, can I investigate this?
Can you investigate it? Because mine's like -1. Like,
Yep.
I can investigate.
Very clean removal.
my perception is great.
So
my
as you pull them
investigation
out,
is shit.
they didn't snap or break or anything like that. So you've got two very cleanly removed, extended canines, which you could very loosely describe as fangs.
That's okay. You're a bit messed up.
So
at
just
the
some
moment
teeth.
from
I
the stuff.
rolled.
Got some teeth.
Sorry. Look, Skiff, it's fine. I'll investigate her. I know you don't like getting your hands dirty. That's a 27.
27. Yep. So as you sort of go to give her a once over as teeth are being extracted and people are whispering in her ear. It's a very weird time, but
It's just like, excuse me.
I've done it.
Yeah, if we stop whispering, it's just very
It
creepy.
was just the very one, the one whisper. I think
you
was
kind of
40
go
minutes
to sort of
too much.
search her and realize that it's not really any space for pockets. The only place that you can see that
got
you know,
style.
might count is that she has
Giant
sort of
hole
like
in her
a-
cavity.
well, no, she has like a sort of a shirt, and like there may be things within the shirt, the bra portion. It's really the only place that anything can probably be stored.
Should I?
Ye olde,
No,
ye
yeah.
olde bra pocket.
Yen knows all about it.
Yeah. So as you sort of look up, you kind of sideways and you just plunge in,
Oh my god.
The first
looking
movie.
around.
What a time.
You do
First
find
titty is a snake titty.
yeah.
Probably wouldn't have been. You probably would have had to do this
Yeah.
before. Like,
He's a child.
Yeah.
He's a child.
how old?
Why-
How old is this child?
The child
Like,
was technically
His
like,
life he's lived is like.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but he spent most of that unconscious.
he spent most of it unconscious. Oh my God.
First
Yeah.
titty is Elizabeth Durst dead.
First titty is Durst titty.
Yeah.
You always
Dead
remember your
Durst
first.
titty. Dead Durst titty.
If your first titty,
Finally.
Still counts.
He's waking up in a cold sweat.
if your first titty isn't a dead dust snake titty, are you really touching
Yeah,
the
that's
titty?
right.
Did you really touch a titty? No.
Normal boobs? What's wrong with you?
Amateur. It's amateur hour.
So as you go rummaging unceremoniously through Elizabeth Durst's top, you do come across a
Find something.
you do apart from the titties, you do find there is a sort of small folded scroll which has been preserved and doesn't have boob sweat all over it.
I was just about to make
So,
a quip.
there you go.
Just about to.
Has been very well preserved. I will send you through what is on that in just a moment. So
She's not wearing any rings or necklaces or anything.
she is not.
Question.
Mhm.
Did Faye get any memories from this or the hairy shit that happened?
Like before, you're still kind of like you're there, and you have a much better recovery from the last time, where you kind of just got completely flooded with memories that weren't yours. This is something you've done a lot more often, so you're finding that you're able to sort of stay somewhat lucid, but like it's pretty hard to concentrate. You have sort of all this stuff sort of running in the back of your head. What you do get quite clearly is a memory without any sound, but it's a pale elf that seems to be standing in front of a crowd of others, and who has sort of white hair, is medium length, and probably about mid to late 20s, and you can see them sort of standing up and talking in front of a crowd of other pale elves, and there seems to be a mix of reactions to what they're saying. Some seem to be reacting very negatively, shaking their heads. Some seem to be sort of shouting back in disbelief. Others nodding quite vehemently. There seems to be an exchange of discourse between these sort of two groups of people who seem to be on board with whatever's being said, and those who aren't. And as you have this, there's you sort of see another figure behind them that steps forward and seems to almost like support the case. They start speaking. There's some people that sort of react even worse to whoever this person is, but they look probably I don't know, early 20s, very sort of obvious Vistani features and dress, and as they're sort of reaching, speaking out to the crowd, they turn, you look up from your perspective at this person, and he looks back and smiles at you, and then you can feel him sort of grab your hand and squeeze just a little bit, and that's all you get.
Okay.
While the tooth extraction and
Rummaging.
titty grab,
Yep.
titty grab is happening, I think that Yen, after I closed my eyes, I moved away from her before that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I'm gonna go to Herrick
Yes.
and under my breath, so that no one else can hear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say, "I know what you are, you dog. I'm not gonna do anything right now."
He looks at you. There's quite a worried look on his face, and sort of looks
And-
out to the side and doesn't quite know what to do.
And then, as if I didn't say anything to him at all, I am just gonna bop on over to Raja and start making sure that his wind is clean.
Cool.
And looking in my bag if I've got any medical supplies.
Yep. So you definitely have a medical kit.
Yeah.
Yep. So you can
Just gonna
apply disinfectant.
Yeah.
Yep.
some bandages and whatnot.
Cool.
Sweet.
I can aid.
That's right.
I'd like to use my
don't.
perception to see if there's anything around the room.
Yep. Roll some perception for me, please.
Yeah, sweet. So, I mean, with my modifier, it's alright.
Yeah.
15?
15.
Hmm.
You're not really seeing anything obvious. As you do look out, you do see that the crystals that was reacting before when you sort of saw the visage of the snake deity Mershulk had as they seem to be reacting again, very sort of not quite as vigorously, but yeah, it seems to be active in whatever capacity.
Can I go over to Harrigan and just so two things. Did you get what you needed?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
You remember your whole history and all that?
We do. There was information that she took from us. There was rituals that now we know again.
Good.
I am sorry for the lack of clarity, but there is this information will help to protect our village again. So that is why I needed it.
Why did she call you a treacherous dog? Multiple times.
I don't know. She doesn't like the look of me.
Do you want to stay with us for at least the next 8 hours? Just asking for
We'll need to find a way out of here first.
Yeah.
Whatever
that's a good
happens.
point.
Yeah. And as he says that, Skiff, as you sort of approach one of these crystals to see sort of what's going on, everyone else notices that the very large sort of corpse of what was the Yuan-Ti creature that Elizabeth Durst had turned into, it's the snakes that sort of started writhing out of it as it sort of dissolved. They look to sort of be moving in a direction, and they sort of move towards the wall, and as they move up, you can see the crystals on the side of the cave react to them. They seem to light up, and they move up to the walls, and they start crawling up the walls, and as this happens, there's sort of like a stream of a lot of them, and then you see this happening faster and faster as you can see this sort of conga line of snakes just whirl its way up, and as this happens, it gets to the top and it almost seems to drip, and the form of a very large snake sort of starts to take place out of these much smaller writhing snakes, and it sort of looks down at the group.
Does this look like our snake god?
Who are you? Let's just go and look at it and go, who are you? What is your name?
I have many names, but regardless of what my name is, I am grateful.
Is this your body? Pointing to the snakes.
You are the one who just saved us, yes? Just helped.
Yes,
Thank you.
I should be thanking you. I have an essence of a form. Only a fraction of what it once was, but now I have something to tie myself to the physical world. It is a very small step, something resembling freedom. But all the same, it would not have been possible without you. Thank you.
Can I come up to its... What's a nice...
Snout?
Yeah, snout.
Yeah.
Can I go up to the snout and like just touch it?
Yeah, yeah. So as you do, it's like many snakes sort of writhing and squirming as you do. But as you do, it seems to like its head kind of bows somewhat, and it lets you continue patting it.
So are we... Is this enough to fulfill the terms?
You see, it's a nod. I would say you have done much more than was expected of you. Your terms are fulfilled. Thank you.
Thank you. Would I still be able to contact you? Not for like more deals,
You will.
but like for chats or see how you're doing, how you're progressing.
Maybe. In dreams.
Oh, is it the dreams?
Contact me in the dreams, huh? You know this, huh?
Yeah.
But it sort of it says, but for now, I would like to enjoy my freedom.
I'd like you to too.
And speaking of freedom, there's not much left of the powers that Elizabeth Durst tried to take with me, but and you can see sort of lingering in the air more of these sort of like firefly type energy, and as it does, it sort of starts to get brighter and falls down, and along the ground, sort of caked in blood and sort of loose rock, you see sort of glowing from the center. There's a very large sort of pattern that has a sort of like looks like a very large crystal in the center, and as it sort of hums, there's like a pulse, and you see sort of pushed away the blood and the loose rock and dirt. There's a very large sort of crystal platform which continues to hum and to glow. It turns to you all and says, "Stand on here. I'll make sure you're able to return to the surface."
I step on immediately.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
Oh, is Raja up or is he still unconscious?
Raja's unconscious, so I need to be dragged over.
Oh,
Yeah.
Harry.
I can't. I won't.
We're already on here.
I'm not
We
strong
left
enough.
Raja behind.
Damn it! Too late. Don't get him.
Out.
Yeah, don't get him.
There's no way I
Faye
could
will
do it.
absolutely carry
Can you
Raja.
see how big his one arm is?
And as we
Oh, do I
as
need
we
the arm as
here,
well?
I look at the god and just again thank you.
You who have bested this great threat People want to know who you are. What should they call you?
I'm pretty sure we were the perfectly normal.
Doesn't quite work.
What did we
Call
just?
us Wyld.
Wild spelled not normally.
The Y. The
WYLD.
Wildy front. Yeah.
Yeah, Wildy.
Wyld front.
It's a fine name. Who knows? People may find this name comes to them in their dreams. Farewell, Wyld. And sort of as you do, the crystal platform lights up, and then suddenly there's a very bright flash of light. You all kind of move your hand to try and get some cover from it.
It's beautiful.
Once you do, you find yourselves now
beach.
standing, on the beach. Yeah, pina colada in hand. Like, yeah.
Waking up in a cot.
Oh, so you're awake. That as you do, you find yourself standing in a room that you haven't seen for quite some time. This is the original room where you had fought the Nightmare Father.
Jesus.
With the crystals that had once blocked the exit now completely clear, and you can't see sort of any trace of the crystals that you have been seeing for some time. They all seem to have been removed.
Let's go. Let's just go. Let's not linger.
Yeah.
I was going to say, we're definitely not staying in this shithole.
Hey.
Yeah, does anyone have that map? I lost mine.
Oh, how we got here?
Yeah, how did we get here again, Yen?
I
It was-
will
it was
try
normal.
and see if I can navigate. So,
I have. It's a racial ability to always know exactly where I am and remember terrain. Yep. Yeah.
Bias. No.
Yeah, it's a racial thing.
cool.
That's
Sad.
racist.
Take-
Just find it.
It's always a race thing.
Hashtag Noel Blood.
Sorry, I'm just sorting something out.
I was just reading it. Oh my god.
I mean,
no,
well-
It'll be under your
Find
features
it.
and traits.
Let's
Yeah.
put it like this. We could finish exploring this place.
No. Absolutely fucking not.
But what
we
didn't-
need
what-
sunlight.
what-
We need a proper bath. We need
After-
proper food. We need
Yeah,
proper
what
wine.
didn't
I don't
we
need any
what
of
didn't
this
we kill in
We kill
It's
any?
actually a can stuff,
Well,
but
look.
it's from the jungle.
I think we went everywhere. I think we 100%ed that.
No.
No,
We
there was a whole army.
we went left and up as hard as we possibly could. There was a lot. We just ignored.
There was that emerald that you didn't see.
Oh, you
we
mean
needed to
it's
get out of
it's in
here
my
and
the
background.
sunglasses?
Make this entrance
it's-
something people can't come out with ever again.
It's my background feature. You have an excellent memory for maps and geography, and you can always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around you. In addition, you can find food and fresh water for yourself and up to 5 other people each day, provided the land offers berries, small game, water, and so forth.
Unfortunately,
It's
Tilda will
definitely
have
the
to starve.
You know the drill by now.
So
Tilda's
Leafy's got a memory for it. So she's probably got a map somewhere.
Yeah, so as you sort of make your way through, would you like to take some time for a very brief, short rest?
Yeah, that would be
Yes,
lovely.
Go on then.
Actually,
10 minutes it is.
Just a
10 minutes, yeah.
whole,
10
a whole,
minutes
a
short
whole,
rest.
whole bunch of excited chattering about what just happened.
The during this time, Katan has time to go through the booby scroll that
Tennis scroll!
he'd managed to fish out, and continues to sort of read it out to everyone, just so everyone's got the same information.
I can't see what it contains.
Yeah, yeah.
The message is.
No, that's fine. I'll do it for you. So so as he's reading it out, what's sort of written down seems to be from like a first-person kind of perspective, almost like a diary entry. And it reads, "From the families of the valley, one spirit shone above all others, a rare beauty who was called perfection, joy, and treasure. Her name was Tatiana, and I longed for her to be mine. I loved her with all my heart. I loved her for her youth. I loved her for her joy. But she spurned me. Old One was my name to her, elder and brother also. Her heart went to Sergei. They were betrothed. The date was set. With words she called me brother, but when I looked into her eyes, they reflected another name, death. It was the death of the aged that she saw in me. She loved her youth and enjoyed it, but I had squandered mine."
That's fucked up. Any guesses about who this person was?
Didn't we have another one? Surgery?
Strahd.
Strahd.
It's Strahd.
Why does she have? Why did she have his diary? Did you keep diaries? That's what I learned.
Well, was she Tatiana if it's sister? Isn't Elizabeth and is she sister?
No, it's not. What do you mean? Who's sister? It's not Strahd's sister. He's not sister.
But she thought of him as a
That's a brother.
brother or
Yeah.
old man. It was not hot, apparently.
That's the subject.
According to some people, apparently that's not hot. But you're so
To other
old.
people,
So so you have time to take up a short rest, which reminds me, I will short rest up the other two characters in my steed. Is there anything else you would like to do during this short rest?
seeing as we're getting close to the surface, better address some things with Elijah.
Sure, just a sec.
Like, what's our label?
32.
It's not put a label like mother.
What am I to you?
Yep, and sorry, I'll just
Yeah,
also
do you
heal
think
up
you're good?
Tilda while I'm at it.
Maybe we don't need to.
Tilda, where are you?
44. Oh, you're wrong. Shit, that makes sense.
Why can't I see Tilda?
Did you already do it?
Oh, because I'm in the wrong
I have
screen.
to roll.
I need to be in
That's why.
my campaign screen.
Lethy's going to sidle up to Faye and just kind of gently lean on her shoulder to shoulder and just say, "I'm glad you're alive."
I'm glad you are too.
Oh, great job.
You're so weird, Lethy.
How long have you had these bones on your head? Don't told me.
They've been there the whole time.
You
Should
should not
be the
hide
whole
them.
time.
You
along
should
with-
show them.
Along with everything else.
I thought they were like hair clips or something.
Yeah.
Didn't
But
know
there was
that.
just dirt and
like
twigs and
clay.
leaves.
No, they're
Okay.
Type of
it's a collection. I was a hunter once upon a
Really?
time, a long time ago.
You're so fragile, though.
Ignore him. He's a
I
twat.
am now.
You are stronger than you look.
Thank you.
I
And
wish I
you are
could
more
cast
terrifying
magic.
than you generally look, and that's pretty scary, isn't it?
Thank you. Oh, my arms are still covered in blood. So,
I
Standard.
feel like Quintus is just itching to press it to say you.
she's just going to.
That's okay. I'd be chatting away with Quintus.
Present play with one of the
everything that's just
10
happened.
shekels. Do you want me to braid this into your hair?
You can if you want.
Kind of sitting there happily braiding one of the Durst
You
teeth.
want a braid dish?
I don't know what a braid is.
We need to find a mirror so you can figure that out later.
Yeah, I barely know what I look like.
No, you have a Durst tooth and I have a Durst tooth.
I'll give you a better Durst mask.
Yeah. One up, yeah. Only one of these. And we're not going halves before you ask.
Yeah. That bit is yours.
As you do this, Raja comes to. So he also comes. Yeah, that's right. No, he is no longer unconscious. Yeah.
Yes.
And he sort of so goes to sit himself up, but then sort of slumps to the side. He recalls that he doesn't have an arm anymore, and he looks to you. Says, "Sorry, you were but I having trouble sitting up."
Sure. I help him out.
Oh, it's his right arm actually. Sorry, it's his right arm. Yeah.
Whatever way, I'll help him out. Probably gonna feel a ghost arm for a little while.
Yeah.
Generally happens after an amputation.
Yeah, it's strange. I feel like I could reach out. It's like it's there.
Yeah. Here all the
Nothing.
time.
Nothing.
Might wait for a really long time.
I'm assuming we won. That got a bit blurry near the end.
We won.
Oh, good.
We're out.
That is
Do you
good.
remember this is where we killed Ketan's
Oh, yes.
father? Right at the beginning. Remember? Where we hated each other.
I remember it well.
I recall. I was there.
Yeah. Yeah. You were really moody.
I didn't know whether I could trust you. I wanted to follow you all, but there was still a lot of hate.
Yeah.
Get rid of a long time.
I know.
It's not there anymore.
I know. We had that conversation the other night. I think I just need to be honest with you. I'm looking like away from looking up. So there was a time when I think I had romantic feelings for you.
Romantic feelings.
Yeah. Yep. But after our talk the other night, where you told me how you felt, I had time to reflect on my feelings. And I think what I've done is I've mistaken what is actually a caring and nurturing love I have for you as romantic, when it probably wasn't actually ever romantic. It's been a long time since I've cared for someone the way that I care for you. In saying that, I can't be a mum to you. And it's not because I don't love you, because I do. But no one deserves to have me as a mother. And I know that from experience.
It's heartbreaking. I'm sorry, I feel like I've hurt you in some way.
You haven't hurt me at all. And I'm sorry, what I'm saying is hurting you right now.
No, that is all right. I didn't pick up on these feelings because beast folk do not have them.
It's fine. I don't know your culture, and it's okay.
He sort of leans into it. No, I don't think you understand. Beast folk are not born. We are made. We just are. Sometimes we find other beast folk like us, but they all have the same thing in common. They do not know where they came from. They do not know who they were before. They just are. And one thing we know is sterile. We don't have the drive. We don't have romantic feelings. So I am sorry. And if it, but I understand. I have very deep, fond respect for you, and if that is what you wish, then I respect that.
I confused myself in thinking that it was romantic, and I don't think it is. I think it is just love and care, and I do really want you to be in your life in some way, but I can't be this like mother figure for you because I don't want to hurt you, and I just can't be there for you.
He sort of feels you sort of pulling away, and your behavior, your body language becomes more and more sort of retreating. And as he does, he sort of reaches you out with his one arm left, and he grabs you around the shoulder and says, "You, I don't know why you are saying these things, but you are one of the best things that happened to me. I would give my other arm to have you as a parent, as a mother, as a friend, as a confidant. I don't know why you say this, but..." And he sort of lifts his arm up to your face and says, "You are not the monster you think you are. Take it from me. I would know. There is kindness and beauty and hope in you. It's what you have given me. Still, I will respect your wishes if that is what you want." He sort of drops his arm, and I'll give you some space. Sort of stands up and sort of walks a bit further by.
I think Ian hit like overcome, I think, with everything he's just said to her. I think she probably is just going to crumble onto the floor.
So yeah, everyone sort of witnesses this kind of happening. Yeah, Raja kind of takes some time to walk off, and he seems to be a little bit down also, but also coming to terms with sort of rebalancing himself. As he tries to take steps, you can see that he's kind of like, and his tail has to do really weird motions to kind of counterbalance. And, yeah, so
it's just going to stay out.
Before we go to leave, Stormageddon's gonna pop into the cabin.
Make an appearance.
And I'm just gonna walk over to Raja and be like, "So, you know, you might just want to walk by yourself to kind of get used to it, but Stormageddon would like to kind of carry you along, or at least be there for, you know, something to hold on to if you need it."
Thank you. I appreciate that. I can't really afford to be too proud right now. So, truth be told, my energy is draining much faster than it usually did. Yes, but gladly appreciate the offer. Thank you.
You've really grown since we came down here. And,
well, actually, it's more like the opposite.
well,
Really lost. You've lost quite a bit of weight, actually.
Yeah.
Good.
You're doing. You're glowing.
yeah, you've lost some weight, but you've grown. I'm glad I'm no longer shouting "Tiger Boy" at you.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Tiger
I forgot how annoying that was.
yeah, it was.
Thank you. Are you okay? I know there was a lot of things a bit.
Probably not, but you know, it's this place.
Yes, I really cannot wait to get out of here.
Oh yeah. Can we go yet?
Yes, let's go.
Sort of as sort of this is happening, Quintus sort of actually no, Tilda approaches Vienna and says hey don't look well, do you want company or do you want space, or kind of look a bit down right now?
I'm just processing a lot of past trauma. It's just a lot at the moment. Haven't been able to see a therapist the last hour. So it is just a lot for me. You don't talk much, do you, Tilda?
No, I'm
Cool.
more of a listener.
Great. I need a strong silent type right now.
That's
Yeah.
kind of what I was thinking.
Cool.
So
I'm probably not going to talk much.
it's okay. I can just
It'd be really nice, actually.
be around. And she kind of like us to stand there and she says, also you're really pretty too. Just yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
just I think that's yeah.
Thanks.
Just looks yeah, just sort of looks out to the side
Okay.
with a very I don't know what I'm doing kind of expression
It's really
on her
kind of,
face.
kind of you to say. It's a lot to process
Yeah.
right now. I'm
Yeah.
sorry I can't give you
No,
the response you're probably wanting.
no, that's cool. I just thought you should know. That's all. So,
Thanks so much.
cool.
Yeah. And then walk silently. I feel a bit better though.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So with the short rest and related additional trauma now firmly in place, you what would you like to do? I assume you're looking to exit as soon as you can.
Unlikely is full moonlight.
Is there any
How many days has it been?
probably over a week, just over a week maybe?
It's not long.
Yeah.
So remember how that thing opens every month
Yep.
with a full moon?
Yes.
But we've got my very dear friend Michelle helping us out, right?
That's a good point. We may as well try it out.
Got that. Suppose you sort of make your way to the so you're just going directly there. You're not sort of going exploring offside path. Or,
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
I mean,
Are we sure?
No.
we could.
No.
Quintus
Just
pipes
by
up and
night.
says, "We're not going anywhere near any bodies of water before you ask."
Agreed.
Agreed.
Are you guys
That's fine. We'd
still?
walked quite a... Yeah, okay.
Are you guys still annoyed with me about that?
Everyone at the same time says, "Yes."
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Just would
So
like us to get up for a bath and some wine.
Well, yeah,
preferably.
of course, but like,
So as you sort of remembering that it's a relative straight shot, I think there's essentially a bit of a fork before it gets to the center, but from the center it's relatively a straight shot. It takes you probably about 40 minutes or so to make your way sort of to that first initial room. Actually to the bottom of the steps, and yeah, so because you are kind of trying to be a bit cautious, walking with pace, but also trying to keep an eye out just in case anything ambushes you. But luckily,
try to
it's
attack
not
us then.
eventful. It's uneventful. And then you get to sort of the bottom of a very long staircase, which was, I think from memory, it was about a half an hour walk up.
That's right.
And sort of, there's a bit of a sigh. There's not, I'm not sure that there would be enough space for Raja and Stormageddon to go side by side.
can Raja ride Stormageddon?
No.
Can the horse go upstairs?
The horses probably will just fit,
Mystical horse.
and it might be just enough for maybe Raja to take up the rear and Stormageddon to just be in the back and help prop him up or something like that.
Raja can
I'll
always like
follow
hold
up.
on to Stormageddon's tail.
Is there space?
I'll
Yeah,
follow
yeah.
in.
Also, yep.
I'll follow
Also,
in behind Raja to make
Yep.
sure he doesn't fall.
cool. Okay, so Raj is taking point and everyone else is kind of behind, or it's...
I'll take actual full-on point.
Okay, cool. Yep.
Let's put the freshly armless guy in front, right?
Yeah.
I can't stand up straight.
Hey, he's still got 120 HP, so...
Is
That arm was holding him back.
Is the wall flat?
The wall
The
flat?
walls, are they flat?
They're kind of like roughly... was kind of like compact dirt. Yeah, so sort of rough in patches, like fairly compact though, so you're not that worried about like a cave-in or anything like that or coming apart, but yeah. Yep. Roots, root systems. Actually, the roots are no longer there. You did see that there were sort of root systems running along the cave wall that seems to pulse every now and again. They no longer seem to be there, and what you find is where there were roots sort of protruding, there's sort of a withered sort of husk of what remains there that almost seems to be petrified to a degree if you were to touch it. So, yep. But yeah, it's
Anyone want some petrified roots?
No, thank you.
yeah. Cool.
Let's just leave.
Yeah. So as you sort of make your way up near the top, you can see you're once again in the foyer area. Once you get to the top of the stairs, which is the room that had several water bowls around the side,
On the puzzle.
and some murals, on either side.
Can we
painted
make
on.
more sense of those murals now? Now that we've been down there,
Can
because
we
it was
figure out
like,
that puzzle?
well, no, we just like when we looked at the murals initially, we were like, what's going on?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
actually,
would
know,
like to look.
Now
at
we've
them.
now we've
Yeah, with some like more understanding of like.
where we've been and what's been going on. Yeah.
yeah. Let me just.
How many
bring
bowls have
up-
water in them? Like most of them, right?
There is no puzzle. Just saying.
No. I wasn't going to use it for a puzzle. I was going to use it to wash my face.
No.
Didn't we fill them up and then?
Oh
start
yeah, that's
emptying
right. Because
them?
there was a fountain, like a little
Oh yeah.
fountain.
I was like wash up a little bit
Also,
of face,
I might also
went away.
been crying.
Yeah.
So.
face and hands.
From memory, a lot of what the murals were indicating, there was a mural of robed figures, sort of moving underneath, and there looked to be like sort of what looked like a symbol of destruction and fire and flames in the background, and these robed figures sort of looking to move into an underground passage. There was also one where it had robed figures exchanging what looked like exchanging items with non-robed figures, and then there was another one which is quite familiar, and it looks like this ritual involving sort of dreaming with sort of someone at the center, and then various people in a circle and someone wearing a headdress that looked to be coaxing sort of something out of this ritual. So that was what you had.
Look, while we really, really, really want to leave, there are still a few mysteries of this place. We don't know why there was a printing press down here. We haven't explored all of the mini caves. Like,
I do not care. I want to see moonlight and starlight again.
I mean, outside would be nice. Always.
outside would be nice, but
Are you asking what do we do with this place? Like,
This-
do we cave it in or do we leave a way to get back in later?
this could be our last chance to be down.
I don't want any other chances to be down here.
Neither do I, but you know, this is
What would
I can't remember what was left, but
well, I think there may be some dangerous elements still down there, but originally thought that having a place that was tucked away like this might be a good potential area for the beast folk to settle in, maybe.
So how about we don't cave it in, we just do our best to hide it.
I mean, people need the word to get in.
Mm.
We're the only ones who know the word.
We could spend some time trying to disguise it. I think,
Well, I mean, it's disguised in the barn already.
it is, but it's meant to draw a bit too much attention. I don't know. On the other hand, having a barn is quite helpful.
You should keep the barn.
You should keep the
can just
farm.
leave it.
Do we know if where we came were from the crystal thing? Was the way in further down? Was that blocked, like gone? Because it's like more like will things come out?
Oh, like the crystal wall kind of thing?
Yeah, the crystal wall that trapped us in.
Yeah. So
It
it looks.
trapped us in so that we had to go deeper in the first time.
Yeah. So it looks like that that area doesn't look like it was blocked. So it looks like both sides were open.
Right, because
Yep.
There's still
there's still
a lot of stuff down
a
there.
lot of stuff down there. But if we could make it so that they can't get out, yet there's still this area where the beast folk.
Is Herrick still with us?
You call out to Herrig.
Herrick?
Eric.
Doesn't seem to respond.
Sneaky little guy.
Did he just sneak off?
He must have just sneaked off. He never responded to my question.
I thought
You treacherous dog. I was going to zone of truth the guy.
That's because he's a treacherous dog.
That's because he's a treacherous dog.
No, we can't trust.
So, Sarakath could still try and leave.
And come up and congratulate everyone.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be absolutely.
you passed my test.
He'll be
I can-
overjoyed that the
Would I be
overworld
able
still
to cause a
exists.
cave-in? Would I be able to cause a cave-in?
Cause a cave-in. Probably not in your current state. Maybe once you were rested, you could probably come back and try it. Yeah.
I can block off the cave entrance. Raja, were you wanting to go back down to the caves, or were you just wanting this area, this farms?
No, I think I don't want to go further down into the very
Okay.
bottom part, but this area and maybe the one we were in before
Okay.
seems like enough space.
Okay. So what I can do is,
And there's
after
religion.
I've had a bit of rest, I can go and block off the cave entrances. So Raja has a safe place for him and his people. As many of them as are left. And she casts a knowing glance at Raja and knowing, very apologetic glance at Raja.
Oh God.
And,
Oh.
If you want to give me a hand, Roger.
and like I can make sure that people, the things that are down there can't come out this way.
I would like
I
that.
just need some rest.
I think eventually we'll probably going to have to clear them out. Though. But yes, that would be good.
Now is maybe not the time.
No, I think there's also how do we get out of here is the other problem.
Right by the door.
Yeah, you can be up by the door. Yeah.
I will move up to the door
Mhm.
and just place my hand on it and try the word. When
You don't get any response, but Vienna, you do feel a slight hum
On my little stone.
on your little stone. Yeah.
Can I go up and put my hand on it?
You put your hand on it and
Or should
nothing
I-
happens
Can I don't
with
know.
your stone in hand.
With
you
my-
mean?
yeah.
Oh, with your stone in hand. Yeah, as you do, you sort of hold it up, and a sort of a very pure kind of light starts to emanate from it. And as you do, as it does this, it sort of fills around a space where once the specific relief that had created that moonlight had sort of cast itself on the top. But the stone sort of emanates a similar kind of light and circle pattern. from below, and as you do, you once again sort of whisper the name or the phrase to open it, and then you see the stone give way.
That's pretty useful.
Breathe a huge sigh of relief and just. Come on, Raja.
So what?
Put moonstone in
what-
your inventory.
Ah, I was just going to ask, what is that stone?
Yeah.
It's my moonstone.
Where'd you find that?
It reacts to colours. Don't look at it right now. The colours of mood.
Yeah. It's a
Bright red. Yeah, it is bright red.
I got it from the shop. That's what we put him in.
We leave.
I'm going to the top floor of the farmhouse and finding a bunk.
Yeah. You go.
Literally climbing out the outside and stuff.
I would probably just lag behind a little bit
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of take one look around the room,
Yeah,
the remnants of my home.
yeah. So you-
And when no one's looking, I would quietly do the cleansing ritual in the bowl and wipe the blood off of my arms.
So, yeah, and as you do this, you clean the blood from your palms, and the bowl is stained a very dark, sort of deep red. Then as you watch it, very quickly dissipates, and it goes back to being a crystal clear water. And as you go to turn to make your way, you're immediately bowled over by a two-headed sort of creature that begins licking your face on both sides.
Bury my head in the tomb.
Yep. Most people would probably say its breath stinks. You probably think it's an
I
improvement.
love it.
Yep. And as you sort of make your way out, before anyone steps out of the barn, Roger says, "Hold on. It's your dust." And then you so like bowstrings sort of stop being tensed, and around the corner you have Kiro and what was her name? Fee, I think.
Fee.
Kiro and Fee. What was it?
The dog.
Oh, it's just you. Good. We were worried. Kiro, it's a good thing you said something. We might have, but never mind. And they look at Raja and they're sort of like, what happened to him? They sort of run by his side and almost sort of like completely take him off his feet as he sort of shows like, "No, don't. I'm okay. I'm fine." Well, I'm not fine. But that was weird. I tried to use my arm that wasn't there. I see what you're talking about. Yeah.
Gonna be alright.
I'm going to survive. It's okay. I have some very good people looking after me. But I am very tired. Did you manage to find any food while you were? They turned to and said, "You've gone a week, Kiro. Of course we've gone food. Otherwise we wouldn't start." Kiro. And sort of they usher you into sort of the main farmhouse, where they start going to work, sort of pulling out various sort of game. That they start sort of baking or putting over a roast. They whip out sort of. We also found some wine, Kiro. It's not for us, but if you would like. And Raja politely declines.
Put it on the table.
Amen.
So sort of as everyone goes to sit down, or laid out before you in this farmhouse, there's sort of cooked pheasant. There's some very sort of slow roasted, what looks like a darkish kind of meat. There's a bevy of sort of mushrooms for Finn, and some lentils, which there were a lot of. They have this in large bags, Kiro. It's just we had to go on, especially to hunt for the this. And wine is placed onto the table, and bread. And there's sort of a bit of brought the candles out. It's quite a lovely, nice, warm atmosphere. There's a fire hearth. They've got roaring. Everyone has for the first time in a long time, the moment to sit down and probably relax with some decent food. What would you like to do?
Pour a big
Sneak
old
a glass of wine.
Yeah.
I'll pour you a wine.
Thank you.
Are we getting drunk?
More.
We talked about getting drunk.
Yes,
Yeah, let's be drunk
please.
Is
here.
that the
I'll
thing?
pour everyone generous glasses.
I do
The
that.
bespoke don't partake.
What time of day is
For
it?
us.
It's probably at this stage early evening.
Okay.
Kiddo, Faith, this food is just divine. What's the dark ash mean? Just out of curiosity.
Oh boy,
Okay, lovely. Lovely. I'll go for it.
what do you think it was, kiddo?
I don't know. It's
We've
been a
seen
while.
some shit.
We've been underground. I just wasn't sure. The lentils are
I must admit they are very good lentils, kiddo.
lovely.
I do enjoy stuff with my lentils.
That was the weirdest thing you've ever said.
The red wine has gone straight to Qatar.
Yeah.
That is the only glass of wine.
He just kind of slumps over a little
Don't
bit.
enjoy my lentils stuff.
Stuff in my lentils.
Stuffed lentils. He's already asking a lot. I just don't individually stuff each lentil, kiddo. That would take so long.
How
kiddo.
else would you do it?
yeah. There's a group.
Inject each lentil with
Yeah.
like a drop of something.
You touch one snake boob.
Yeah. All of a sudden, he's Mr. High and Mighty. Stuff my lentils, peasant. I've touched snake boob.
Oh god.
So yeah, as
Oh my god.
as you'll spend time critiquing and or complimenting the food,
Compliments.
a very sort of very casual and warm sort of atmosphere as everyone is there anyone who's trying to put on a decorum or try to eat quite casually? Is everyone just going hard and stuffing their
I believe
face?
he's just going ape shit.
Yeah.
I'm not eating at all, but I'm enjoying watching everyone.
Yeah.
Yenna's going for it.
Yeah.
But like she's also like making lots of jokes and like I'm like telling the story about Quinn like shitting in the scene for free.
He did
So
that.
I'm like
He did that.
drinking and eating and talking most of the time.
When
Oh,
stops
you
is-
would never expect the answer.
Yeah, I didn't do that. What did
You-
you...
Hey, told me
You
you
did.
did.
You
She
absolutely
came back
did. We
from the
can-
onsen and she said there was
We've
a
been
massive
through a
shit
lot.
there.
We can talk about that sort of thing now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. It's so unhygienic.
Wow, you were the last
feel
one
like you
in
did,
here.
I mean, why would I put it in hot water? It's like making soup.
You tell us.
That
You
makes
did
sense.
it.
Is that what soup is?
I really didn't do it. I don't know why. Wow. Like, and he pulls a journal out and he just turns to the side,
I
straps
top
two
up-
other journals
I
to
top up a glass of wine.
his earmuff journals. Yeah.
He just top up his glass of wine. Keep telling other stories.
Yep.
Oh, Raja, remember that time I tried to cast Hold Person on you?
Remember, yes.
It was great, wasn't it? I'm having a lovely time.
We're having a good time. Is there anything else you'd like to do during the meal?
I will probably kind of try and head over to where Raja's sitting, kind of tap him on his non-existent shoulder now.
Yeah.
I,
That was a good meal, wasn't it?
oh no, I didn't eat anything.
Oh, yes.
It
I
smelled
forgot
very
about
nice, I guess. Yeah. I just wanted to say thank you for what you did with what it was gone
yes.
now, but the
Yes.
other thing.
Yes.
I don't know why you did it, but thank you.
Didn't have a lot of time to react. And it was the choice of hesitate and do nothing. or watch someone that I've brought close to die. I can't tell you why I did it, but I'm glad I did. Looks like my days of carrying a bow are over though.
It's alright, we weren't that good with it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't know much about bows though. So.
You do need 2 hands for them, usually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I used one.
I'm not very upset about that.
Oh, you're upset about.
Truth be told, I'm tired of being a weapon. Helping Lethe felt right. I would like to do much more of that than the opposite, which I have done far too much of already. We were taught that we were with a purpose, that we were trying to make things right. The only way to do that was through violence, to kill, to become weapons. I don't want to be that anymore. I don't know what the answer is, but there must be another way.
I understand that feeling. And I don't know if you'll figure it out, but you have people that no kind of gesture to these folk. Cain, when he died, he said the fate of the beast folk were in my hands, our hands, I don't know. He was wrong about that.
I think he saw something in you. I think I see it too. Looks very serious at you, looks to the rest of the group and tries to pull you aside a bit more with us.
Should I be around that side?
Yeah.
Is that easier?
This power you have, this ability. You feel ashamed of it, don't you?
Faye will look away. Yes.
Why?
Doesn't feel like me. I don't know what I am, but I don't want to be that. And I have hurt or tried to hurt people who did not deserve it.
That makes sense, but consider this. Seems like it gives you the strength you need to protect others. Would that be a fair assumption?
I think so, yeah.
And sounds like you feel yourself being lost in this.
Very much so, yeah.
They sort of puts his arm on your shoulder and says, that is why we have family. That is what they do. When we are lost, they help us find our way. Your friends are strong. Being able to protect them, they protect you in a way. You have trouble controlling it because you don't like how it makes you feel or what it means, who you are. But I'll tell you one thing, whoever you are someone who is a protective and loving influence on the people around you. I've seen it, especially considering, you're not alive like most people. You are much more than you think you are, Faye. Cain saw it. I see it. So does everyone else here. You're the only one who doesn't yet. But if you feel like you are lost or losing your way, you have another family as well. And he sort of gestures to Hiro and Faye as they are fighting over who should be doing the dishes and the cleaning up.
Mhm.
The beast folk, I don't know whether their fate is in your hands or not, but regardless, they will always be here for you.
I'll put my hand on his shoulder and go, I'm glad I didn't kill you.
Yeah, I'm 50-50 on the situation right now.
I mean, I could have. I can still do it if you want me to.
Well, the offer's still on the table, that's good to
You
know.
ever need to.
Give me a couple of days, I'll mull it over.
Okay.
And he sort of gives you a playful punch on the shoulder and says, anyway, I think there's probably other things I need to do. And he looks around and sort of, he forgets what Quintus's name is for a sec. Makes his way over there. Yeah.
That guy with the books on his ears.
Faye will probably just take some time away from the group for a bit, kind of just watching and ruminating.
Ruminating in the room. Good call.
Once that conversation is done, Leafy's going to get up, also come across to Raja and just go, I just want to check on how this is healing. Do you mind?
No, not at all.
Do you want to do this here or do you want to go into space?
Oh, maybe another space, yeah. I don't know, people are going to go for seconds, they might put them off and they'll be done.
Let's just move
Bit of
over here
raw
and I kind of
Chardonnay.
escort him into
Sanitize.
a
Cleanly bandaged.
into another room and kind of pull back the bandages and make sure it's healing nicely. And
You can wince a bit as sort of the bandages come off, so it still looks quite clean and not infected, but they're still like sticking to the area quite a bit, so you imagine it'd probably somewhat painful. So
yeah. I'm going to be as gentle as I can, and I'll kind of rummage around in my bag and produce some pestle and water and a bunch of healing things. Just pull out my healer's kit. Okay, I'm going to make you two things. One is
an arm.
You might want to talk to an artificer about that. I can
That was a
potentially,
joke. It's my first time doing it.
I can potentially talk to, if we ever bump into them, I could potentially have a conversation with one of my girlfriends. They're usually pretty good at things like that.
What are artificers and dwarves?
It's so they're pretty handy.
Dwarves are
You get -1 point.
they are my people, but they're not like me.
Oh, okay.
They're interesting race of people with their own culture and heritage. they're very good at making things.
That sound
Putting
like
things
very,
together.
very handy people to have.
And they're also very, very
Great joke on Raja.
they're also very skilled at digging
Cheers.
holes.
Farms have really got enough
But-
holes in it.
This I need you to take once a day at sunrise or when you wake up for a week.
Okay.
This will help that not get infected. So
And
it'll
the way
get
to
away.
apply it to the...
You said
Yes, I'd probably given the
So it's like a paste or something like that,
yeah,
or...
like a small
Go back in
bowl
days.
with a paste that
Cool.
needs to be applied.
Yep.
And make sure you clean any hands that touch this wound need to be washed, properly washed with some soap and some clean water.
Oh, there's soap. I'm just kidding. That was my second joke. I'm on a roll.
jokes are wasted on me.
And she has like, she's trying not to laugh, but because to her this is really serious, important information, and it's really funny. But she's also like, this is really important. And the other is a series of clean bandages. This will help also not get infected. Change these every other day, every second day. Just clean your bandages. If you run out, boil them in a pot over a fire, dry them in the sun, and then you can reuse them. And this last thing, this is a bit weird. It's made of this fungus. Not fungus. It's made of a mold, but it'll help with pain, the agony you're feeling from the wound. It'll help take that away. Just don't take more than 2 of these in a day.
Okay. Oh, what is it? It's like
a small
Panadol.
powder.
Yeah,
inside it.
Put you some Nurofen.
Yes, ibuprofen.
How do you take it?
Paracetamol.
Snort it?
No.
Yeah, I was about to say snort it. Yeah.
It's not straight to the brain. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Around it.
And also, thank you. You and I have a very unpleasant shared history, and you know how I feel about what I and my race did to your people. And you didn't have to do that. I was ready to die. But also from the depths of my heart, thank you.
And just sort of, it says, I would do it again. In an instant. Yes. Don't need to thank me. Just don't go dying, because that would be really shitty.
I will do my best.
I only have the one other arm left.
And he's pledged that to me.
Do you take this left arm?
I hope you know I'd do the same for you. In any circumstance, I would do the same for you. And she's just gonna.
Yep.
She'll find her way outside. I presume by now it's quite dark.
Yeah, definitely.
Is the moon up?
Yeah, it's sort of. So it was a full moon before. It's been a week since, so it's probably what would it be?
Waning.
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 Yeah, waning. Yeah.
Waning moon.
World.
Half waning. Well front. Well front.
Going to very quietly kind of brush her. Make her way as unnoticed as she can. Make her way kind of out of the farmhouse and just step into the moonlight, and then
You can't fight it.
let out as muffled as she can a scream, and she's just going to like knees, tears, shaking, and in 10 minutes she's
Yep.
back inside.
Quick vom. Not the tears.
Yeah.
From the eyes. Yeah. We're good. Yeah.
Back at round 2. Oh,
Sorry. Yep.
sorry. Yen would have helped feeding Kiddo with the dishes,
Mhm.
and it's like trying to be like girls' time
Yep.
with the girls.
How many wines is Yen?
How many bottles with it?
Yeah, there's probably a couple bottles at least. Yeah.
And she poured it out, so she probably only had a couple of glasses.
Okay. Cool.
She's feeling good. I'm just gonna make like a herbal tea.
Mm.
And just take that in for Raja. Just gonna pop in. I think you've already done all your stuff.
Yep.
Where is he? Is he still in that room?
Yeah, still in the room.
I've left him. I've left him there to just kind of rest.
Figure out. For
Just changed his bandages, so he might be a bit groggy from pain.
Yeah. So he's he's sort of propped up against a wall. Looks like he's starting to get a bit groggy and sleepy. Probably going to start preparing to take a rest. So.
I'm still like sort of like shimmy and bump it open with my hip.
Boom.
Yeah. Hey, big guy. How's it going?
I'm very popular today. No, I'm doing good.
It's alright.
Well, no, that one's still gone, but the other one is still here.
Great.
Lizzie just changed my bandages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gave you lots of stuff.
Yeah. I didn't remember half the instructions you gave me.
It's alright. I can
I'm sure Kiro knows. She's pretty good with these kind of things.
I can talk to Kiddo about it.
Yeah.
So she knows what to do.
That would be great. Thank you.
I've just made you a little tea.
Oh, thank you.
Herbal. It'll just help you sleep.
Mm.
And it relax your mind a little bit. Might help with the pain a little bit. Makes you get a nice long uninterrupted sleep.
Thank you.
I've just like whipped up a tea mixture, put it in a little jar in the kitchen. It's with Kiddos. So if you need some
need
for
some more.
future nights, there's plenty.
Thank you.
And if you need more, let me know. I can bring it to the make it again.
Yeah, maybe if you give Kiro the recipe, she might be able to do something. But thank you. I feel a bit spoiled now. I don't know. I'm not used to this kind of positive affirmation and attention.
I don't know. You give it out pretty freely.
Yeah.
You should take it. Directed at you.
Yeah, I just don't know what to do with it. It's weird, but thank you.
Totally. I get it. Alright, I'm gonna let you sleep now.
You know, like
Big
give it a big
punches on that.
a big cat tiger.
So many teeth.
Yeah. Sort of start to pat on while like just pushing down parts of yeah, with his claws out. And,
Feet going.
get ready. Yeah.
It's spinning around.
Yeah.
Cool, I'll just leave you to it.
Spins around. Keep spinning.
Have you?
Keep spinning.
And then sort of curls up into a
One up.
one arm. The one arm's free, so he's yeah.
Sleeping.
Alright.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Go
pretty.
Look for a bath.
Yeah, pretty soon you start hear snoring sort of coming from.
Tea works really quick.
Cool.
Go on, we're gonna find a bath.
Is there a bath? Yeah, there'll be a bath in here. Yep.
Surely it's a farmhouse.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna lock myself in there.
Yep.
Hours.
Where would the bath be?
It's like a 3-story farm.
I think the bath is probably in one of the, not the barn, but in like a separate sort of side area, which is
Yeah.
close to the water,
Yeah.
closer to the water source. Yeah, just for the
Okay.
sake of
Walk around
not being as
there.
onerous. So
Just ask Kiddo. Where's the bath?
yeah, she shows you
Really?
to. She shows you to the bath, and it's like a, so there's an area where you sort of put the water into, you can heat it up, and then sort of disperse it into the tub. So it takes a bit of time to get going. It probably won't be ready straight away. Need about maybe an hour and a half or so
Okay.
to get enough water.
Well, while that's
Yep.
happening, I'll like talk Kiddo through all the stuff that Leafy's told Raja.
Mm.
Yeah, and how to make the tea
Oh,
and all
cool.
of
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah, awesome.
And then I'll just say to her, I know you will do this, but take really good care of him. We care about him a lot too. I don't make eye contact with her.
Yep. There must have been a lot that happened in a week and a half, Kiro.
Honestly, you have no idea how much.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Because I'm pretty sure we were ready to kill each other, Kiro, before we went in. So.
I don't quite remember it like that, but I mean, we've all
I mean,
got
I
different
remember it like that.
perspectives.
Kiro.
Different perspectives and stuff. Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna go check if that bar's ready.
Thank you. Yeah, she still seems like a bit on edge around everyone. Like, she's happy to do stuff, but yeah, they're definitely still not used to everyone else as Raja is. So.
Totally.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Cool.
Next 3 hours in the boat.
Yeah, so so it takes about an hour and a half, and yeah, you spend a very long soak in the bathtub. Anything else you'd like to do before you get your long rest in?
Faye's just going to spend most of the time outside looking at the stars,
Mhm.
feeding boar meat to Finn.
Yeah, yeah, nice.
One for you.
Shit.
And like kind of propped up against him.
Can you make an animal handling check?
Aminal hand.
Aminal.
Aminal handling.
I'm good at aminal.
Aminals.
17.
17. Yeah, you swear Finn's put on a bit of weight.
Yeah, eating things.
And how readily
Where are all the
it
bodies?
sort of like the boar, it takes down the boar and chews it like. Yeah, you also see no bodies. Like, but yeah, so that's noticeable. So.
You've been eating without me. Both the heads.
Even more boar.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So if there's nothing else you'd like to do before you take your long rest, you do so. And in taking your long rest, you will find that you have quite pleasant dreams. None of you can remember exactly what it is, but you feel like upon waking up that you just feel very uplifted, like sort of there was a weight on your shoulders that has been removed. You all level up as well, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
Level 6.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's the time to dip. Are we dipping?
Are we dipping?
Taking that barb dip.
Are we dipping?
Taking that bomb dip.
I
can't.
Deputy the cleric.
Yeah.
Sweet. Should we take a little break while we
Yeah, I think
Oh,
let's,
yeah.
stuff?
let's take a quick break, and then we'll be back.
It's been so long.
It is really tempting, but I really want the wild shape.
It's been so long.
Story about a man that walks into this big dark room, and this room is full of lights and full of smoke machines, and he feels like he's just in his old house. There was a child when he was like playing with his family on his little bike, feeling safe, forgetting all his troubles, forgetting what he needs to do, who he has to pay, and not just not feeling inferior. Just not feeling inferior. In this room, worries and all the rules. What you can do and what you can't do just vanish. The only thing that counts is respect. Respect your brother. Respect your brother. Respect your brother. This room is a magic room, but it's really not about the room itself. It's about the people in the room. It's about the moments you share, the smiles, the looks, the music, the DJ. It makes you feel like you're one thing. It makes you want to live forever. Instead of just thinking that it's you against the world. And you think, well, why can't we always live together like this? I want to live forever. Everybody's in the place. Everybody's in the place. Nothing is wrong as long as I stay in the room. But when I walk out, I just feel I'm lost in the gloom. I love the smoke. I feel I'm lost in space. But it's okay. I've got all my friends in the place. I've got all my friends in the place. Everybody's in the place. Everybody's in the place. Everybody's in the place.
Hey,
Back from the
we're
break.
back, leveled, leveled,
Six, baby.
leveled and ready to go.
Feeling so strong.
Level 10.
Too strong. Please
So
nerf Sakurai.
magical.
We basically just cleared out someone's cellar for them, you know, just to level up.
Cleared out some rats.
Yeah.
Cleared out some
farming-
rat
farming
equivalents.
rat XP.
It's because you guys did the story mission parts, which have a much larger XP reward than the side quest ones. But yeah, having completed a long rest and being well fed and or bandaged and had medical attention provided to those who required it, it is a new day. Everyone gradually starts stirring. If there are habits that you usually held on to, which you weren't able to while underground,
Yeah.
by all means, let me know how the morning goes.
Meditation.
Yeah, meditation.
There's
Fuck
a
yeah.
meditation.
Meditation.
Meditation with
Cool.
the morning.
Got to get you to make a wisdom save, please, Faye.
Me?
It's Faye within 10 feet of Katon.
Yes, because I've dragged you out with me
Yeah.
while I've gone through
Faye is
that.
meditating,
kind of
so
makes sense.
I sincerely doubt.
In that case, you get a +4.
No, it's not worth dragging you out.
Yeah.
I thought about it.
The +4 would be completely nullified by Kato being like,
Presence.
Yeah. Are you meditating yet?
I might have
That's the
Meditating
little in
is-
front of the barn.
Is meditating supposed to be this boring? Hey, what? Hey!
Why didn't you listen to
ignoring
me?
me.
How do I do this?
Yeah, that's better. 16 for me.
16? Yep. Yeah, you find sort of being out in the open and having sort of been able to feel the breeze on your skin, taken sort of smell the air. You know, you make the motion of breathing. It doesn't actually do anything for your respiratory system, but you do take in big gulps of nature, and you can sort of hear off in the very distance sort of birds chirping. You can sort of hear creatures crawling under the underbrush as if they were right there, and you feel quite calm.
Can I also say that he could probably also very quietly hear.
Yeah.
As Skip goes for his morning run
Yeah.
in the top of the trees.
Yeah.
One of the things I would try and focus on is Leafy's heartbeat, given that I don't have one, so I can't focus on it.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. So you try and reach out and focus, and you feel like you can hear. I'll get you to make a perception check actually while focusing.
Is this an advantage one or normal one?
Sound.
So is that normal? That's 14.
14. Yeah, you're not quite able to get a bead on it, unfortunately. Would it be the same if it was inside? Same modifier?
It would have been less if it was outside.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you're not really able to pick it up. There's just a bit too much else going on for you to be able to hone in on it. So yeah.
I just think to myself, she's dead.
She does such a convincing job of being alive.
Oh.
She breathes.
Is there anything else anyone would want to do with their morning rituals before everyone reconvenes?
Trip. Open the door. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Yeah.
While we're meditating, and do I feel Faye stir when she's trying to focus on my heartbeat?
No, Faye's pretty.
Taste again.
Faye's pretty still, pretty calm. Yeah.
Just mouth breathing.
Yeah. Big sniffs. Yeah. That Faye's pretty still.
Yeah. Okay. No.
So
Yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna go for a run through the treetops.
Yep.
They've been missing it.
Dig my fingers into the earth and let the sunlight just. Feels so nice. Sunlight for the first time in a week.
Yeah, your cup runneth over
of sunlight.
with good vibes.
Probably have Fen nuzzle you occasionally as well.
Shout from the door. Do you guys want breakfast?
Yeah, it's a skiff man doing your best Naruto vanish from treetop to treetop.
Leaving little puffs of smoke behind.
You hear Kaitan yell up for breakfast, as do the others.
Yeah, coming.
I'm gonna already be in the kitchen making a different herbal tea to the sleepy time one. A wake up one.
Wake up one.
Help with a foggy head one. And what I'm gonna take that outside away from Kaitan. To a sunny spot, maybe under a tree.
You notice Kaitan has yelled out breakfast, but as you walk past the table, there's no breakfast
Yeah.
currently on the table. Yeah.
I leave with my little
I want breakfast.
teacup and teapot. Oh my god, that word almost didn't come to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it out to like a sunny spot, maybe under a tree, and while tea is steeping.
That's
Yeah,
that's
I
what that is
drink
what.
tea.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. I'm gonna like do my usual yoga thing, and then when it's done, I'm just gonna sit under the tree and drink my tea and try to make sense of last week.
Cool. Can I get you to make a wisdom save? No, you may
can
not.
With intent feed.
A save.
Yeah.
15.
15. Yeah, you feel like a lot's happened in a short amount of time. It's been a bit of an emotional roller coaster ride. You're definitely relieved to be outside, and you don't feel like you feel like you're in a space to be able to start processing this stuff. You feel like a lot of the heavy sort of emotional pulls that you had yesterday have eased off to a degree. So yep. So you're in a good headspace to just come to whatever realizations may occur. So. Yep. Yeah, just,
Smith it.
That'll wait.
Move on.
start charging. Yeah. Cool. So everyone starts to eventually funnel in. There is no breakfast.
Where's the breakfast?
I asked if you wanted breakfast. I don't.
I thought you said
guys,
breakfast.
You guys don't let me
breakfast.
cook for a reason. I help. I need supervision.
Lethe heaves a big sigh and goes, "Okay."
Come on.
Quinn,
Yeah,
Quinn,
I'll help.
I'm not a good cook. You've had a go at me about this before. You should know this.
Well, he can at least peel potatoes and
Yep.
prep things and wash dishes.
You can still help. Come on.
Quinn gets up and grabs you and says, "Don't worry, guys, we've got this." And he sort of grabs you by sort of pats you on the shoulder and says, "Come on, little man, let's do this." And he walks off into the.
Don't know if I like that.
As you sort of go to stand up, an apron gets thrown at your face.
Drop it on the floor and walk off.
So Quintus sort
So
of.
you don't want breakfast then, Kaitan?
I'm not cooking anything for you.
Quintus sort of peers out of the cooking area. He's putting his apron on. He gives you a.
What?
Come on, are we going to do this or not?
Yeah. Okay, fine.
Yeah. Yeah. And he spends a bit of time, so you're basically just making like a fry up from the night before. So taking a lot of the remaining meat. He has a very separate thing, which is just actually he doesn't use any of the meat. It's the lentils, the potatoes, and mushrooms and stuff like that, and he start to put it together into like a sort of a mini fry up.
Oh my god, yeah.
And he makes a very big deal about he sort of gives you a lot of the lead, and he's just it's just stuff like, okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to take some lentils and the potatoes, and we cook them up, cube them. Do you want to? And he hands you the knife. He says, do you want to start cubing those?
I'm not good with knives, but sure, I'll try.
I believe in you. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Hands you the knife while he goes to sort of start preparing the lentils and start getting the mushrooms ready.
They're pretty mismatched.
Yeah,
they are equally cubed.
Very rustic.
Yeah, rustic.
Yeah. He comes back and he looks and says, "That was some. That's okay.
It's rustic.
We'll work on
Well,
it.
that's
It is.
a whole potato.
Yeah.
He's not that bad.
Yeah. That's okay. We'll get better at this. Did you you ever cooked before, or is it?
I mean, I've cooked a bunch, but just I'm not good at it.
Well, that's all right. It's something we can work on.
The second his back is turned, Chaitan's out of there. But
Yeah.
he's gonna go and talk to Kira.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yep. So yeah, Quinn goes back
I'll
to,
go stick my head in it at some point.
and he's still sort of talking as if you're there as you hear him.
Oh yeah, I'm not going for long.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
just
no.
gonna-
Is it like
I'll,
talking like
I'll
he
be
has a
I'll be
cooking
in
show?
I'll be in the door and be like, "He's gone, bro.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Don't worry, I'll help.
That's right.
um,
I'll jump in to help.
to-
I'll jump in to help Quinton.
Kiddo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. Yep.
Kira,
Yes. Sorry, I don't remember your name. Kiddo.
my name's not Kira. It's Kaitan.
Yeah.
Do you have a brazier?
Thanks for a bit. Fireplace, you mean, Kiddo?
But specifically like in like a wrought iron bowl thing?
Yes. Actually, and you see her sort of walk out for a bit. She's gone for maybe about 10 minutes or so, and then sort of comes in lugging this thing, and it doesn't bring it all the way in, but just sort of like pops it at the front and points to it.
Yeah. That's it. Awesome. How big would you say it is?
It's maybe about like yay high, with the body of it being about there-ish.
I could
That
probably
kind of shot.
just lift it.
Yeah, easily.
He's
Yeah.
pretty strong,
Yeah, easily. Yeah, with
He'll-
one hand even. So, yeah.
He'll lift it and bring it into the kitchen.
Cool.
You can call your bird back now.
I'm.
I've got the brazier that you were missing.
Oh yeah. Why am I calling my bird? Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Wow. That was. And he looks a bit confused. Really thoughtful of you. Thank
Yeah.
you. I probably don't want to do it in here though.
No, why would you do it in here?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know why you'd think that. I'm gonna go back to cooking. You should keep your mind on your task.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, could you help me take this back outside?
Maybe in a little bit. You left it here. It's your thing.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Little powers to get by.
Do you know what? Thank you for this very kind gesture.
You're welcome.
And when you are ready, yes, if you could help me, I would really appreciate that.
Good. Yeah. Get back to cooking.
Yep. You just said you were.
I'm here to cook.
Okay.
You're meant to be teaching me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do that. Cool.
Get going.
And so yeah, he goes back to sort of. And most of the prep work's already been done, so now it's just a case of sort of actually putting it together and cooking all up. And I mean, it's not rocket science at this stage. It's it's just pretty much a run-of-the-mill fry-up. So it doesn't take too much longer. It's maybe about another 12 or so minutes, and then everyone can start to sort of smell something coming from the cooking area, as eventually sort of several bowls are placed in front of everyone. So this is just a lentil and potato mushroom fry-up. As you all know, I'm not really a big fan of meat, but it's already got some good protein you can have through the day. So
We love a vegetarian king. Like, let's go for it.
So there's no meat in this at all.
there's no meat in that.
Put it under the table.
Yeah. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Sort of sits down, starts tucking away into it.
Yeah.
Leaf is quite happily just inhaling food.
Yep.
Tastes it.
It's really well done, even for those who don't normally sort of partake in, non-meat based, or you're used to much simpler fare. There seems to be, and you would have noticed this, is that Quintus sort of pulls out like a very small kind of pouch with lots of various sort of herbs and spices, and he's sort of chucking things in as he cooks. He rattles off some of the names. You instantly don't care and forget about them. But
Just remember what they look like.
yeah. One of them sort of a red fine powder. There's a couple. There's a couple sort of. One is like a larger kind of leaf that he kind of crushes up a bit. The other one sort of looks like thinner leaves, almost seed-like. Some salt, some crack, some cracked black pepper. Yeah.
Some
Some crack
And some crack black pepper.
That's black pepper. Yeah.
That's it. I
Yeah.
hit you out for the day.
Yeah. Trust me, guys. There's a lot of energy in this. You're going to be. Yeah.
All the protein you need.
Yeah.
Now it just looks like you're holding
Yeah.
up a suspicious
No.
packet.
Yeah.
That's cracked pepper.
This-
It is like crack pepper.
He's not
I don't
holding
know
up-
why I have crack pepper.
He's not holding up drugs.
I think I have salt too. I do.
And as you're eating, sort of Quintus sort of mentions to everyone, where's Raja? You see Raja get up. In fact, the other beast folk sort of leave a bit of a wide berth. They kind of continue patrolling outside. I imagine he's probably just really tired, right?
He lost an arm. So.
Yeah, I imagine that's quite tiring. What is it we wanted to do now? Are we planning to go anywhere, or yeah?
I remember. I keep journal. We have two things immediately. First of all, well, there was that thing with the winery that we were asked to go and make sure they had clean water.
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
Yeah.
We also need to go back to Kresk so I can talk to those babushkas.
We also
And
need to let
also, like,
traffic
make sure
that we're
yeah, the other things we have to do in Kresk.
Let them know that we've sorted out their
But before
problem
we
of
do
the
that,
While we're
we need
here,
to
we need to go.
babushkas people.
Babushkas.
While we're here, we need to go back down and do a bit of caving in.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Do we,
I need to go down and do a bit of caving in.
if we're going down there, because you're not going in alone, should we potentially explore a little bit more?
No,
No,
absolutely
go
fucking
in.
not.
We
Okay,
haven't.
I'm fine.
It's already been a week, over a week since
No.
we left
I
Druid.
mean, we've been outside for like
With the
hours.
shape-shifting, exploding people.
Yeah, we're all alive.
Yeah, no, we're not going. I'm going down there with the purpose, the sole purpose of caving in entrances so they
Sounds good.
cannot get out.
Sounds good.
Oh,
Can we
hang
take a vote on this?
Hello?
Hi. I reckon you
Come right here. They did your favorite.
Who wants to clear out some
I
room?
think that's Raja on the phone.
Quinn,
Give
Quinn,
me a bowl.
Automatic full.
Quinn includes.
Yeah,
He's like,
orders on the
yeah,
phone.
I don't think it's a good idea to go any further back in there.
Cool.
Just in case, you know.
Just be careful with the the moon elf, the sanctum.
Yes.
Don't damage that.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not going to damage that.
Well-
I'm going a bit further and then caving in. Caving in any.
If you're going in,
Well,
actually, I'm coming with you.
Yeah, I'm coming.
I would like
Also,
some
you need
company just,
some. Yeah,
just to help.
you squishy.
Look,
Just in
we all
case.
go. We all go.
As much as I don't want to go back in, I've got the moonstone, so
That you do.
I'm not giving
You
it
could
up.
give it to
And
one of us, and
Raja,
that sounds like
I
pizza's here.
kind of glance back at Kid or catch one of their eyes and just keep an eye on Raja. We'll be up in a few.
Oh, there you go.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
Yep, that's
pizza's
up there.
here. Sweet.
Okay.
You call it there.
All's here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time?
See you soon.
So with that, we will, I think we'll end the episode and we'll be back in a bit to pick this up again. Thanks very much. We'll see you in a bit.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you.
Give me that mo wet. Give me that Chris style. Ladies love my style. At my table getting wild. Get them bottles poppin'. We get that drippin', that drop. Now give me 2 more bottles, 'cause you know I keep it poppin'. Don't you ever fear, I'm always near. I know that you need help. Your tongue is twisted, your eyes are slit. You need a guardian. Hell yeah. And you know I'm yours. Hell yeah. And I know you're mine. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Make you put your hands up.
Ooh, you, I look just like Buddy Holly. Oh, and no Mary Tyler Moore. I don't care what they say about us anyway. I don't care about that. Hell yeah.
Make you put your hands up. Make you put your hands up. Put your hands up.
Hell yeah.
Make you put your hands up. Make you put your hands up. Put your hands up.
Bang, knock on the door. Another big bang, you're down on the floor. Oh no, what do I do? Don't look now, but I lost my shoe. I can't run and I can't kick. What's the matter, babe? I'm feeling sick. What's the matter, what's the matter, what's the matter, you? What's the matter, babe? I'm feeling blue.
Make you put your hands up. Make you put your hands
All you ladies
up.
pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. All you ladies pop your pussy like this. Shake your body, don't stop, don't miss. Just do it now, lick it good. Suck this pussy just like you should. Right now, lick it good. Suck this pussy just like you should. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. First you gotta put your neck into it. Don't stop, just do it, do it. Then you go get some rubber crack. Back to the front there. Suck it all till I shake and come, nigga. Make sure I keep bustin' nuts, nigga. All over your face and stuff. So here, show me so much love. The best hair comes from a thug. The dick good, thick, big and long. So lick this pussy just like you should. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. You might go judge, you might have cheese, but fuck that nigga, get on your knees. A bitch like me won't that screams. Love me slow, what I mean. At the club, fresh so clean. I'm old feeling niggas watching me. So high in the line on green. Really put it on my face so mean. I got the big words, nigga, I need. To suck it full, nigga, satisfy me. You try me, I make you see. The bitches ain't got shit on me. So lick it now, lick it good. Lick this pussy just like you should. Come on, right now, lick it good. Lick this pussy just like you should. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. Do it now, lick it good. Suck this pussy just like you should. Come on, right now, lick it good. Suck this pussy just like you should. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. My neck, my back, lick from the crack. Back to the front, my neck. Suck it on my back and come to go. Make sure I pick up my neck. My back, lick from the crack. Back to the front, my neck. Suck it on my back and come my pussy and my crack. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack. My neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack.
Yeah, this is probably my last one. I might come do some techno because I'm feeling something really aggressive. So yeah, this is my last one for now. DJ Ford.
Tell me what cause when I'm out of town, won't you ever set me free? This way's not killing me. She drives me crazy and no one else. She drives me crazy, I can't help myself. She drives me crazy and no one else. She drives me crazy, I can't help myself.
Cheers, Death Wish Butterfly.